54, right there. 54 Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Tackle made there by Trayvon Howard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check it out, please. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. 61. Match box. Right.
Jackson. And the catch made by Walters. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Buddy up! Match 5-4. Match 5-4. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Showing it! Showing it!
Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you somewhere along the way the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line. Ready. 30 base.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Kill. Hey, alert three. Check.
80 weapon on the ball.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. A give right side now to Hunt. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
70, Indy.
You don't see me in your nightmares, son. You don't
go.
To throw on 2nd down. Mason. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Mason. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Set. 10 Lobo.
Watch his flat.
Ready.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Dante Pettis, 56 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. He's checking. Crash. Mike's 50. Pick it up, guys. Switch.
Jackson Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Jackson now. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throwing is Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and 2.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Check 13.
Back to throw. Mason. This will be caught at about the 6. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
We own them.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Ravens take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
You got tight right there. Okay, Bill. Mike 50, huh? Watch one.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Meyer. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Ready, set, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. We got it.
On first down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On second down now. It's Walters. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
On the set. Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Slam, slam, slam. Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Check safety, check safety.
Now it's Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worland. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Bang, bang. Pilot, 64, weak.
Hatchet.
Yes, yes.
Motion, motion, motion.
Be crippled.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come on, set. 8-3.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Five.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
X3, 218, chopper. Let go.
Looking to throw. Mason. This is caught inside the 15. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
We got 4. We got 4. Shift, shift.
Ready.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Taylor Gabriel there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, pick your game up.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, that's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 2nd down now, it's Walters. And they only only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Darryl Worley up to make the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right there, 54 Mike. Oh, here we go.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because... This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Double tight. Hey. You got 3.
They'll toss it to Hunt. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Now.
From the gun, Mason. It's caught. Jones. A Raider first down, 17 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Hunt. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Lobo. Recon, 132 fighter.
Operating from the gun, Mason. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
On 1st and 10, Mason. Looking in zone for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, wahoo!
He's crashing. He's checking.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready, ready!
From the gun, Mason. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Taylor Gabriel ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Mike 50. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jackson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Greystone, travel. Give me that ball, defense.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Trying to pitch it, and the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I don't think you got it, son.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, orbit.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Let's go. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Hey, Alpha.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Let's go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. They'll have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Stay with your man.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
You're out. Get it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Raven first down.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ready. 8, read.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. You got three down.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
60 outlaw.
57. Here we go, D.
Protein spill. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Meeks. Dorsett making the catch. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ready.
On third down, Meeks. And it's caught by Parker. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run for it with Breida. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Set, ready, 10-2 stop.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.